Your child has everything, but acts as if you still owe more. Now breathe, because what I'm about to tell you won't be easy to hear. The ingratitude you fear so much isn't a flaw in your child. It's a direct consequence of your love. There is a silent moment in childhood where something breaks, where the child stops seeing value in things, and 99% of parents never detect when it happens. The truth is this: seeing a child who has everything and values nothing hurts. It hurts in the flesh, it hurts in the conscience, and it hurts even more when that question arrives, the one nobody wants to say out loud. Where did I go wrong? I'm not going to lecture you. I'm not going to blame you. I'm not going to offer magic formulas. I'm going to show you something far more uncomfortable and revealing: how the purest love can unintentionally generate indifference, and how to stop it from continuing. Today, you'll understand why giving everything can lead to feeling nothing, how parental guilt turns love into debt, and most importantly, what you can do starting today to reverse this cycle. If this kind of depth matters to you, subscribe and hit the bell. What comes next could change your family forever. Look at your child, the newest toy, the clothes they asked for, the perfect snack, and still a sigh, a grimace, or the absence of a simple thank you. The question hits: how can someone have so much and value nothing? Here's the first psychological secret. When we try to satisfy every desire, we steal from the child the only space where gratitude can grow: scarcity. Think about tap water. It's always there. You never think about it. But if one day the water stopped, every drop would be gold. You'd save it, guard it, and when it returned, you'd feel relief. That relief is gratitude. That understanding is born from contrast. Your child, who lives with everything within reach, has never felt that thirst. How can they value something whose value they've never experienced? The ungrateful child isn't bad, isn't cruel. They're emotionally numb. They don't feel the value of what they receive. And that disconnection, as ironic as it sounds, damages their self-esteem. They end up lost, having everything but feeling empty. But that numbness doesn't come from nowhere. It has a silent, daily, almost invisible origin. Listen to how your child speaks to you. "Mom, where's my lunch? I don't like onions. My towel. I'm cold. You're late." Sound familiar? That's not just a request. There's a claim in it, a sense of entitlement. And here comes the uncomfortable part. That dynamic reveals how the parent feels inside. Many mothers and fathers carry something called parental debt, the guilt of not being perfect, of having failed, of falling short in something. And when someone feels in debt, they try to compensate. And what does someone who feels they're owed do? They collect. If you feel you owe your child will feel they have the right to collect from you. And your love becomes a service. Food stops being care and becomes an obligation. Clean clothes stop being attention and become a requirement. And when the service fails, the complaint arrives. If you're finding value in this, hit the like button. It helps this reach more parents who need to hear it. Let's keep going. Make it clear that you're helping, not paying a debt. When they demand something, change the language. Instead of coming, say, "I choose to bring you water right now." Instead of, "Sorry about the food," say, "I made something nice for you." Small details that teach something enormous. This is love, not obligation. That feeling that everything is owed explains why even when you give everything, your child remains unsatisfied. Because in their mind, you're not giving, you're fulfilling. Imagine a child who has never had to stretch out their hand to reach something. Nothing costs them. Nothing requires effort. Things just appear. Clean clothes, snack ready, toys organized. This is what we call silver platter parenting. It doesn't come from laziness or indifference. It comes from the purest love, protecting your child from every discomfort. But here's the truth that hurts the most. By removing every pebble from the path, we remove the opportunity to build value. How will they value clean shoes if they never scrubbed mud? How will they appreciate an organized backpack if they never organized it? How will they give thanks for hot food if they never felt real hunger? Gratitude isn't taught through speeches. It's built through effort, waiting, and conquest. Allowing small scarcities isn't cruelty. It's an emotional investment. Letting them get out of the shower and fetch their own towel isn't punishment. It's allowing them to discover how wonderful it feels to be cared for. Delegate simple tasks appropriate for age. At 2 years old, throwing the diaper in the trash. At 5, putting their own toys away. In adolescence, washing their shoes, making their bed. This isn't exploitation, it's responsibility, autonomy, belonging. A child who participates in caring for their own world understands the value of what they have, because they're part of the process that makes it possible. But there's something even more subtle, something few parents see. When we facilitate everything, we don't just eliminate effort. We interrupt the journey between desire and conquest. Your child dreams of that skateboard, that video game, that thing. Their eyes light up. And what do? Full of the purest love. At the first opportunity, birthday, Christmas, good grades, we rush to fulfill the wish. And without meaning to, we steal one of the most powerful human experiences, the construction of desire. When we act like fairy godmothers who grant everything instantly, desire stops being a motor and becomes a whim. It becomes an item on a list, not an internal spark. The child loses the strength of waiting, the creativity to find solutions, the joy of victory that they themselves conquered. Let your child desire, and teach them to conquer. When a big wish emerges, don't fulfill it immediately. Instead, talk. That skateboard is awesome. What do you think we can do together to get it? Maybe they save part of the money. Maybe they help with small tasks. Maybe they wait for a special date. It's not a no, it's a yes, but with a path. And that path is worth more than the object. Subscribe right now, because what comes next is the pattern that silently destroys emotional resilience in children. This culture of instant fulfillment connects with a much bigger social error. We live obsessed with results, the perfect grade, visible success, the finish line, and without realizing it, we transfer that obsession to our children. What a beautiful drawing, we say. But we don't mention the hours of concentration, the patience to color inside the lines, the pride of having finished it. The plate they washed but didn't get perfect is criticized, and the effort is ignored. So the child learns that value lies in being perfect, not in trying. And when someone believes they're only worth something if they're perfect, they stop trying. They fear failing, fear trying, fear living. Change the focus of your praise. Instead of great grade, say, I saw how much you studied for that exam. Instead of praising the result, celebrate the journey. The determination you showed today was incredible, even though you didn't win. The value is in the effort, not the trophy. Allow your child to experience loss. Don't prevent them from feeling frustration. Don't cover every fall. Don't correct every defeat. Losing a game, not getting what they want the first time, feeling frustrated. These are part of development. Welcome the sadness, validate the pain, but show them it's not the end. It's the beginning of learning. That's the seed of emotional strength. We've arrived at the hardest truth to accept. Ingratitude is not a defect in the child. It's a signal of a relationship where love blocked value. Ingratitude is born when the child has no opportunity to feel the path between desire and conquest, between service and gratitude, between scarcity and well-being. The mistake wasn't in your love, it was in how you delivered it, in the total protection that prevented conquest, in the guilt that became debt, in the ease that erased the value of effort. Your child, deep down, suffers more than you do. They live inside a bubble where everything is available, and therefore nothing has real meaning. Ingratitude is the silent cry of a soul that feels the emptiness of absent value, even surrounded by material things. And in that attempt to protect them from every difficulty, you unintentionally protected them from gratitude too. But breathe deeply, because now comes the best part. All of this can change. There's no need to punish, scream, or break the relationship. The change doesn't start in your child, it starts in you. When you transform debt into care, total protection into planned scarcity, result praise into effort praise, you don't just change ingratitude. You build a stronger, more autonomous, more resilient human being, one who is far more connected to you. The transformation is possible, and it begins today. Now you know when that silent moment occurs where value is lost, and most importantly, you know how to recover it. I hope you no longer see an ungrateful child. I hope you see a child who needs a different kind of love, a love that prepares them for life, not just for comfort. If this changed how you see your relationship with your child, leave a comment telling us which part hit you the hardest. Like this video, subscribe, and share it with a parent who needs to hear this today. See you in the next video.